Hey, what is going on, Virgos? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your read for February, the remainder of February, from now to the end. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. Going to be using the Wild Reflections Tarot. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Virgos for February 2025? Let me see for Virgos. All right, Virgos. So the first thing I see is I feel like there's someone, I feel like you already know this person, but I feel like, we have the Five of Pentacles, so I feel like there's hot and cold with this person. You know, it's like there's something they're not telling you. You know, they're kind of, it's almost like they're pushing you away or keeping you at a distance. Maybe that's a better term for it, because I don't feel like they're really pushing you away. I feel like it's more of a kind of keeping their distance. And I feel like it's really hard to read this person. And even though you have this really strong connection, I feel like the stronger it gets, the more that this is kind of evident, this feeling of kind of keeping their distance from you. I feel like it's a bit misleading. And why I say that is, you know, I mean, with this person, I feel like you're exactly what they've been waiting for. You know, and even in ways they didn't even expect. You know, we have this person, you know, fantasizing about a future with you. They want to be with you. You know, I just feel like there's like this self-preservation energy here where they're kind of keeping themselves. They feel like they have to protect themselves. I feel like this person has a hard time trusting people. I feel like they don't have a whole lot of history of being able to trust people. So it's almost like the more they feel for you, the more they fear. I mean, they're afraid to tell you the truth is what I'm seeing here. So that's why you're getting this, like I said, this defensive energy, almost like they're feeling like they're keeping you at a distance. I mean, that's exactly what's going on. We have this self-imposed prison with the Eight of Swords. You know, with the Nine of Wands, it's very defensive. You know, we see this person sitting here, and they kind of built this wall, and they got their own little, you know, he's got his own little spear in his hand, just kind of being very defensive, feeling like they got to protect themselves. And we have the Eight of Swords, that's self-imposed prison. You know, the self-imposed prison is when you like hide away and you have the key to get out anytime you want. The key's in your pocket. You know, you lock yourself away, but I feel like the biggest thing for this person is fear. You know, they're afraid to tell you how they feel, because if they do, that's when they can get hurt. A lot of people have that issue. It's like they can't get hurt if they're never vulnerable. But if you're never vulnerable, you're not letting anyone else in. I mean, and like I said, I mean, this is not completely their fault. I feel like they've been betrayed before with that Ten of Swords. It's about that betrayal. I feel like they've been hurt before. They've been, pardon my language, but they've been screwed over. They never thought they'd meet someone like you, and now that they have something special, they're afraid if they open up, they're going to lose it. I never really understand that concept that people have. Like, if they open up, that person is all of a sudden not going to want you anymore. But a lot of people have it. It's that fear. It's that constant fear with that Nine of Swords. That late nights, that anxiety. They found what they were waiting for. They found you. They have this incredible connection with you, but afraid to enjoy it. With that Lovers card, this is a deep connection. This is more than just a friendship. And for some of you, maybe this is all it was so far, but wanting more. And they want more. They're just afraid to tell you. It was like, I mean, we have the three of Cups as well. I mean, that it's all about that friendship. I feel like you have, this really strong connection that goes more than just a physical. There's this very defensive energy around this person. It just, like I said, it's almost like they're protecting themselves from getting hurt. But what they're really doing is causing themselves more pain than they need to. It's that, like, a self-preservation. This person truly cares about you. They just don't know how to tell you. They're afraid to tell you. I mean, it's not about even knowing how. They're afraid to. I mean, they're looking at all the negatives instead of the positives with that Five of Cups. You're everything they were waiting for. I feel like I mean, like I said, there's a lot of overthinking going on. I feel like with this person, let's cut right through the bullshit. I mean, I feel like this person is afraid to tell you because they're afraid that if they tell you, they'll lose you. They're afraid if they tell you, they become vulnerable. That vulnerable is going to, bite them in the ass. That vulnerability. I just see some, really ingrained trust issues here. So that feeling you feel when you're with this person, you feel connected to them, you feel this incredible connection, it's real. This person is just having a hard time admitting it. I mean, we have the Four of Wands and the Hierophant. I mean, this person wants a future with you. Like I said with that Page of Cups earlier, they're fantasizing about it. They want to build that future with you. They want to be with you. They want this to be exactly what they think it is, but they don't have a whole lot of history of being right. Even the Hierophant, I mean, that's that strong union. That Four of Wands is building that foundation. Nothing would make them happier than that being true. They're just having a hard time trusting their intuition. They're having a hard time letting go of those things that are holding them back. And like I said, I mean, with you have this nurturing energy. Like I said, I mean, we have the Devil card being held back. Being restrained in this picture. You have these people being chained to that tree. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, it's that nurturing energy. This person, they're happy with you. They feel good. And they're afraid that's all going to end if they're just honest. With the Sun card, I mean, there's a lot of happiness here. I mean, they feel like they can talk to you, but they don't know how honest they can be. But I feel like this holding it back from you, it's eating away at them. They want to tell you. They're just scared. But like I said, I mean, I feel like there's no choice here. I feel like it's all about opening up communication and being honest. And I feel like this person, I feel like they're going to show up. Because they really want to move forward with this. I feel like this person is going to show up for you with that Eight of Pentacles, and I feel like they're going to want to move forward with that Chariot. It's like one of those things, like I said, I mean, it feels like they're almost keeping you at a distance, but not pushing you away. They don't want you to go away. They want to be with you. They're just scared to tell you because they're afraid if they tell you, if they become vulnerable, that just opens up the gates for them to get hurt. It kind of makes me think of like, I don't know why I thought of this. This is maybe the craziest thing that I thought of randomly, but I was thinking about back in the day when they used to have those big castles and they had the courtyards and they had the big doors, and you think about it and somebody pulls up and they, your castle desperately needs food and this carriage shows up with a bunch of food on it. And they're asking you to open the gate, but you're afraid because what if you open the gate and that person comes in and, maybe they have ill intentions, but you want the food. Yeah, see, like, that was kind of crazy, but I don't know where I come up with these things, but it's like they want it. They want you. They want this. They want to move forward. They want to see where it goes. I mean, they're happy. They're just afraid of letting the walls down. And like I said, I mean, I feel like they've been betrayed before. I feel like they let their walls down with the wrong person and they got hurt. The one really good thing about this, like I said, I feel like this person opening up, and I do see them putting in the work. The one good thing that I really see, and that it's really going to help us move forward very quickly and cause some big changes in this connection, is I feel like once they open up, they're going to see a different perspective. They're going to realize that you're still there. So it is going to cause some big changes with that Six of Wands. Like I said, I feel like they just got to see it. And sometimes, with that Hangman, it's sometimes the hardest thing is taking that first step. Like I said, this is more than just a friendship. You feel it. They feel it. They're just reacting differently. Keeping you at a distance is their, defense mechanism. But once they open up, they'll, I feel like that's when we really see the true potential here, because that's when they realize that, they were trying to keep the wrong person out. But I do see that happening. Because like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, it can feel like a risk sometimes, but some risks are worth the reward. I mean, with this person, we have Aquarius, we have Gemini, some Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, Cancer, and Scorpio. Some people, like, they even act like they're not interested when they're completely interested. And I never understood that either. I mean, I feel like if I want something, I want it, and I'm not, what's going to stop me from getting it? But some people are just like that. They're just, and you can feel it. And that's the thing with people like that is, if you've ever been with someone and you feel this chemistry with them, you feel this incredible connection, but just because they're not telling you doesn't mean they don't feel it too. But it's not fair to you for them not to tell you. You know, it's only so long. Like these people that know what they want and don't go after it, unfortunately, a lot of them just lose it. Eventually, you just get tired of feeling like you're alone in it. You know, like I always say, if you want something, go after it. Because it may not be there tomorrow. You know, I told that story before. It was a while ago now. A buddy of mine, he really had these strong feelings for this girl we went to school with. This is obviously a while ago because when I was at school, but he had these really strong feelings for her, and he just never told her. And, you know, she ended up going on her way, and he went on her way after high school, and he used to always tell me, he said, I just can't get her out of my head. And I'm like, why did you tell her? He's like, because, you know, someone like her wouldn't want someone like me. You know, it's funny, even the most confident people, they get around the, you know, that one person that shakes them to their core. You know, I wasn't always super confident, but I was never really like down on myself. You know, I felt like I knew where I could, you know, where I kind of stood. And, you know, and like I said, when I met Rose, I always thought, you know, this girl's perfect. And there's no way she would ever see me that way. Now, 16 years later, we're still together, so. It's just funny, like sometimes, I even look at her sometimes now, I don't tell her, but, don't rat me out, but I still look at her sometimes and wonder, like, how I kept her so long. You know, and I think it's okay when you're with someone just to, you know, and I think a lot of people do that. I think they're with someone and they might not tell that person, but you should. You know, it's okay to tell them. But you know, lots of people are with someone, they're just like, I don't know how I got them. You know, I don't know what they see in me. To a point. I mean, obviously, if you think they're way too good for you, then maybe you got to work on your self-awareness and realize that you have a lot of good to give. Everybody has something good to give. You know, everybody has their own specialty. And I feel like the right people see that in us. And that's what they're drawn to. It may not be, you know, we may not all be, you know, perfect physically. But who really is, you know? Like, it's funny because I remember I dated this one girl in high school, and I remember she was, you know, I asked her out. She was one of the most popular girls in school, and she said yes, and we went out, and I realized, like, not to say anything bad about her, but I realized very quickly that, you know, having private conversation with her, I realized very quickly that she wasn't the type of person I wanted to be around. You know, I mean, I feel like we all have, in essence, I feel like when you find the right person, when you're drawn to them, really doesn't have as much to do as we think with the physical. You know, it's like, I mean, this one girl, I don't know why I keep talking about high school, like it was so long ago. This one girl, I always thought she was one of the prettiest girls, and I remember my buddies used to laugh at me, like none of them found her, you know, like, oh, she's all right. I don't know what it was. I think we're just drawn to different things, and I feel like when you find the right person, they may not be the best looking or the best in shape or the richest or all those things. They may not be any of those things, but they may be still everything to you. And that's what we're all looking for. We're looking for that everything. That person that makes us feel that way. Anyway, I got too far off topic and I apologize. You know, sometimes we don't know what we have until it's gone. or until it's too late. But it's not too late. Like I said, I feel like this person isn't walking away. I do see them showing up, and I do feel like once they open up and once they're honest, I feel like they're going to feel better about it, And that in turn, they'll give you more. Sometimes we're afraid and everything we want is on the other side of fear, like that quote. And I feel like that's true. I mean, if you want something bad enough, I feel like fear won't stop you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.